All right, let's introduce Pharaoh, our Kenyan sand boa.
Oh, she's puffing herself out, isn't she?
There we go, big man.
Small man. She doesn't look very far. Big. How long can they grow?
Pharaohs will call him full grown, but reptiles, arthropods, and amphibians, they grow every day they're alive. So imagine if Pharaoh's lifespan was 100 years. He would be enormous. Their lifespan isn't that long, so Pharaoh doesn't get to be that big. Pharaoh's lifespan is about 12 to 15 years.
That's a long time.
Oh, now we're giddy about the whiteboard. All right, Pharaoh.
Pharaoh is such a powerful name. Are sand boas a take charge kind of snake?
Sand boas are a hide and seek kind of snake. It gets very hot in Kenya during the day, and there's no water. So what he does is he digs below the surface of the sand, just like I have in my sandbox here. The surface of the sand might be 130 degrees, but maybe 6 inches lower, 10, 15 degrees cooler. So he sits there during the day when it's way too hot.
What does a sand boa like to eat?
Sand boa, you like mouse? Very tasty. A pocket gopher or a mouse. You'll notice Pharaoh doesn't have a very big mouth. But what he does is he waits for the food to walk up to him. So he hides underneath the sand and just puts the end of his nose out and darts that tongue out, waiting for the vibrations on the sand to be very tiny. And he just sits there and looks like a little pebble. And then when that mouse walks right over,
Bam!
bam! And then he gets him. Now he's just a constrictor, so he would just wrap around it until it didn't move anymore and then swallow it head first. But not big food.
How big is Pharaoh's palace here at the zoo?
Pharaoh's palace, his sandbox, is much larger than this one. It's a little bit larger than this board right here, and he shares it with his roommate Cleopatra, another Kenyan sand boa.
How active is Pharaoh during the day?
Pharaoh during the day here is a little more active than he would be in Kenya. It gets very hot, and just because you're cold-blooded doesn't mean you want to be in an oven. So during the day when it's too hot, he's not going to want to move around as much. But at night when it cools down, I'm telling you, that's when the party starts. He comes out, hangs around, checks out looking for food.
Tell us about the shedding process Pharaoh goes through.
Well, imagine if you shed your skin like you pull off your sock. You just pull it off in one fluid motion. Pharaoh starts with his head, and then the whole shed comes off. But when he starts, he gets a little opaque color to his scales, and then we'll notice that maybe he wiggles against a rock or a branch, and that's what helps that sock peel right off of Pharaoh.
Would a sand boa make a good pet to have at home?
Well, if you like snakes, they would. Although he is illegal to own in the United States, all reptiles, snakes, turtles, I'm telling you, make the best pets. Gotta love a pet you only have to feed once a week.
Good.